Hello, dear friends. I wanted to talk a little bit about what's been coming up for me today as I step into a new portal with Margaret of Pearl and the Sacred Dragon ceremony. I feel like what I'm being taught in this course is to step into what feels uncomfortable because my message has a deeper reason to be shared. So I invite in my highest self and your highest self so that we can commune in a way that touches the both of us and shifts the way that we think, we see, we hear, we experience life here, now, and in this present day. Welcome to this space. Sometimes I am reminded that breath is an anchor for me to connect with something deep within me, all things deep within me. The more space I give myself to not catch my breath, but to be present with my breath, the more clarity my mind has, the stronger my voice sounds, feels, touches, hearts, mine, yours. Breath is our anchor. And devoting time and space to spend recognizing and appreciating how much our breath really truly does for us on a day-to-day without us having to ask it or demand of it or cry for it. Our breath is always flowing consistently. And so when we take a moment to slow down and realize that our breath keeps us alive every moment, then we get back to our natural habitat of gratitude, of love, of appreciation. That's when we begin to see and realize that no matter what the outside world tries to project on us, we are always safe, provided for, and protected by a universal force that's much bigger than us, but also so tiny that it lives in every inch, every piece, every single flesh, bone, flake of skin that we have within this bodily temple, this bodily system. I've noticed that sometimes we get caught up in our outer worlds, and sometimes we forget that our journey is personal. Sometimes we lose sight of what really matters in hopes that we can change the world for someone else without first changing the world for ourselves. We think that we feel, or we perceive that the outer world needs us to swoop in and save, when once again this journey, this development is personal. When we devote time, space, energy, attention, our most valuable assets to ourselves, then that's when we see the world around us truly transform, because realistically, and spiritually. And on this new frequency, everything outside of us is a projection of something within us that is trying to get our attention, and whether it is to tell us that we are loved and appreciated for being confident, for being beautiful, or it's to tell us that we are being hypocritical or just critical in general, casting judgment on pieces and places of people that are outside of ourselves, that really truly are a reflection of what's inside of ourselves, that we are not seeing, that we are not giving the attention or the energy or the focus that needs to be seen and heard and felt and expressed, revealed, alchemized. I'm not saying not to care for others. However, it's very, very important to care for self. If we want to change the world, we have to first change the energy, the frequency that vibrates within you and me. We have to first change what is within ourselves. Lead by example, and by changing your frequency, by alchemizing your energy, by evolving within yourself, you not only lead for others around you, others that you've met in the past or continue to work your way towards in the future. You alchemize the energy so that when you are faced with that choice, that lesson, that obstacle, that little step of growth, you will know how to show up for yourself and also take the information that is being fed to you through that experience in fully accepting it and with awareness and reflection, so that you too can learn from this experience rather than get caught in a vicious cycle of the same experience again and again, missing the lessons again and again, and having to redo this again and again until you find your way one day that changes everything, and no longer are you in a cycle. No, you've leveled up. This is your game, and you've moved your character to the next space, and you've become a new version of yourself as you do every single day. So as I allow my dragon energy, my spiritual energy, my alchemist energy to flow through me and utilize this humanly vessel to send a message to you, whoever this reaches, whoever this connects with, whoever this resonates with, it'll find you in the moment that it needs to, because it's a message not just from me, but from my soul, your highest self, my highest self, communing in a space in a world that we cannot see with the physical eyes. We have to take the time to get to know ourselves inside, and that's where we begin to set ourselves free. Not only ourselves, but all the people around us that we care about need us to set ourselves free, so that when they approach us with conflict, or not direct conflict, well maybe, but conflict or confusion or something of this nature, we are fully capable to actually offer help, assistance, guidance, leadership, because that is something we've already alchemized within ourselves. Ooh. Special message. I woke up this morning, my alarm said today's gonna be an extra special day. I was like, okay, spirits, you never lied to me. So anyways, I hope this message finds you well in just the right moment at just the right time, as it always will, because divine timing is always the right timing. My prayer for you today is awakening. Let this be not just this message, but even just anybody who doesn't connect with this message. Let this day, June 27th, 2025, let this very day be a day that shifts all consciousness on this earth. Let this be a day to awaken even those beings some of us thought would never open their eyes. Let this be a special day of grounding and awakening. And I pray that you approach every experience that comes your way today, and as you move forward with curiosity, with the willingness to study yourself in different scenarios and situations. May your day be as blessed as mine, if not better. May you connect with the divine in a way that makes you realize that you too are a miracle. Wishing you many blessings from my heart to yours. Mwah! Yay!